Hey guys, today I thought I would take you into my art studio. We live in a 3-bedroom house and I currently use one of our largest rooms that we have split into two. It's a guest room and studio. So when I made the move over to this room from my previous room, that is now Josie's nursery, I kind of like threw everything in and then got some shelving and really just put all of my supplies and storage on the shelf just to get it out of the way. But I haven't really fully like made it a nice and cozy space. So right now it is just so cluttered and it's really bad. So my approach is that I'm going to start with my desk and see where I go from there. Right now it's just kind of like a holding space for just a bunch of junk. So why don't you come on with and I'll show you what's going on with my crazy studio. So here we are. Here is my small studio space. I've got organization up here where I keep a lot of my tools, a lot of tapes and things like that. Under here, we've got just a bunch of plastic storage that I have somewhat organized within each drawer, but mostly just used to shove stuff in. Over here, we've got some panels and just kind of a hodgepodge of things that I've just shoved in here. I do use this studio quite a bit, and I think that is part of the reason why it's in this state, because I haven't really just set aside some time when I'm in here to clean. But as you can see right now, I've got my sewing machine up. I've been making a lot of masks. I'm working on a couple Christmas projects. So my desk is just total chaos, and I just need to sort through it. So, because it's actually a really wonderful desk, it's very large, and John constructed this a couple years ago as a Christmas present, and I just love it. It's at the perfect height where I can just stand and get things done without having to sit or hurt my back. I really like standing when I work, and I've just got these stools here that fit nicely up there, so the days that I do feel like sitting, I can. But I've got some bigger projects coming my way, and I really just need this area to be much better than it is. So you've seen the before, and hopefully the after will be much, much better than this. Does anyone else out there have an issue with hoarding containers? Every yogurt container we use, I wash out and I save, because I've heard bad things about recycling and how not everything gets recycled. So it's become like an obsession. I have so many containers and I don't know what to do. I don't ever use them. Well, I do occasionally. Actually, no, I do use them. I use one for like a little miniature waste can in the kitchen. We have another container that held like protein powder, and I use it for compost. But I think I'm going to have to donate some of them to the studio I work at. I don't know. It's like becoming this issue of where do I keep all of these empty containers. And I'm finding that in my studio, it's like more of the space is being used to store things that could be used in the future. Like I have like, here's a little container right here, and here's a little container. that I'm using to put elastic in for the masks that we make. So, these little things that we got from like carry out that had like a sauce in it, they do come in handy, and I do think it's good to reuse. But oh my gosh, I'm just going nuts trying to find places to put them where I can keep them, I guess, for future use. I watch that show Hoarders quite a bit, and I am starting to feel like a hoarder. And my little helper just woke up from her nap. Did you have a good nap, Jojo? Yeah. Do you like playing in Mama's studio?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of things to explore, aren't there?
Double. Yeah. Double. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Mommy. Yeah.
Make me smile. The pain will make you cry. Another round will bring you down.
Mama. Papa.
Yeah, Mama has pom-poms in her studio.
Yo. Papa.
You gonna play with them?
Yeah. Papa. Open. Papa.
I'm sure this won't make a mess at all.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Papa.
The pain will make you cry. The pain will make me smile. The pain will make you cry. The pain will make you.
Okay, so I'm pretty much done. This video is not exactly what I thought it was going to be. I hate cleaning. I hate cleaning so much. And I think that's why I know that's why I just put stuff into piles and I just push it aside. I mean, there are things that like I discovered that I haven't even touched for a couple years now. Like an old wallet being one. I remember it was like 2.5 years ago. Yeah, and I switched wallets and I put it in here and like this is my space, for me just to kind of like throw stuff. And I put it in here thinking, I'll just sort through it whenever. I don't know how like the whole like pile making process is really justified in my brain. Like if I think, oh yeah, I'm going to put these into piles and then I will make an appointment and I will schedule it to sort through them. I don't know, because I just know that like I'm going to put it in a pile and yeah, I'll get to it. Like I'm kind of just fooling myself. I'm just thinking like, oh, someday when I'm in like a cleaning mood, like today, I guess, I'll sort through it 3 years later. I just need to like deal with stuff as I get things, but I just find myself acquiring things and I like getting stuff. I like searching for things at the thrift store, but not in my own home because it's very frustrating. But as like a creative person, I know that's part of my personality that like there's just not the room in my in my wiring to be like a very tidy person. I don't know. I mean, I guess I could like get better habits. Yeah, I hate cleaning. But it feels really good when it's done. And this feels pretty nice. Okay, so here is a much tidier desk. It may not look perfect or, like a most spectacular reveal. However, it's a very realistic view of how I use my studio space. The things that I've left out are things that I use on a daily basis. I've got this little shelving unit for spare papers, reference images. I've got some sewing supplies over here. This sweet little memento that my best friend made me years ago, and it just brings me joy, so I like to have it in my studio. I've got my sewing box here that I use quite frequently. Got a pile of little things I need to wrap, and this little caddy at the end here, which is super handy for pens. I've got my pinking shears, some zippers, and then just little IKEA shelving units that, they could be a little tidier, but I'm okay with this right now because I feel like I've really made a good attempt at starting to organize my studio. And it's a long process. So when you have such a tiny space, it really just takes extra effort in getting everything. I've still got a ton of stuff over there, but let's just focus on the tidy part right here in the corner. So I'm pretty excited about getting this done because, boy, I love to procrastinate, and I had not cleaned that desk for over a year. So this feels great to have a clean surface that I can wrap some presents on this week. I can work on my future projects and not have to worry about a balancing act of everything that was there. So that about does it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully in the future I'll be having another update on an even tidier studio. So take care and happy holidays. Bye-bye. Can you say bye-bye?
Bye bye.